After winning over critics with the design of the Samsung Galaxy S6, the company is back yet again with another flagship smartphone, the Galaxy S7. The new Galaxy S7's design is similar to that of its predecessor, but Samsung has made a few refinements to fix the issues with its previous flagship. The Samsung Galaxy S7 might look like only a minor refinement on the outside, but before we make any judgments, let's find out what these refinements would actually mean for the end user. Let's dive right in. Talking about the design, compared to its previous iteration, the edges of the Galaxy S7 are slightly curved at the left and the right sides on the rear. This does make it easier to grip the phone, but it still feels a little slippery thanks to its all-glass finish. Moreover, the all-glass body means that the phone attracts fingerprints like Justin Bieber attracts teenage girls. The front of the Galaxy S7 is mostly taken up by a large 5.1-inch display, and the screen-to-body ratio is around 72.1%. Right above the display, one can find the Samsung logo, earpiece, front camera, and sensors for ambient light and proximity. Below the display is Samsung's trademark rectangular home button, which also incorporates the fingerprint sensor, and two capacitive buttons flanked on its either sides. The bottom edge of the phone has the micro USB port and the 3.5mm audio port, whereas the top has a SIM card tray and a microphone. The right edge houses the power button and the volume buttons are placed on the left edge. All the buttons have great travel and superb tactile feedback. On the rear, the camera module sticks out a little from the top center, and besides it is a vertical strip that holds the flash module and the heart rate monitor. The phone is IP68 certified, which means that it can resist dust and water. The 5.1-inch Super AMOLED display on the Samsung Galaxy S7 is teeming with colors. Since it is an AMOLED panel, the blacks are really deep and the display has been calibrated so well that it is pretty neutral. That said, Samsung provides a screen mode in the settings menu, using which you can change the tone of the display. Moreover, the high QHD resolution ensures that the text and images look crisp at all times. The display of the Samsung Galaxy S7 can also get really bright, which means that the sunlight legibility is great. Similarly, the viewing angles are pretty good too. We didn't notice any discoloration even at extreme angles. The newest innovation on the Galaxy S7 is the inclusion of an always-on display. With this mode switched on, the display never shuts down, as the name suggests. You can choose to show either the calendar, a clock, or an image. Frankly, after the initial excitement of having an always-on screen wore off, we got bored and stopped using it. This also helped in saving some precious battery life. Like every year, even this year Samsung's flagship comes in two variants, one with Qualcomm's Snapdragon SoC and the other running on Samsung's very own Exynos chip. The Galaxy S7 sold in India comes with the new Exynos 8890 SoC instead of Qualcomm's Snapdragon 820. The new octa-core Exynos 8890 system on chip has a quad-core 2.3 GHz Mongoose clubbed with a quad-core 1.6 GHz Cortex A53. The Mongoose processor is Samsung's very first in-house processor, and it is a step forward for the company. This system on chip also includes the Mali T880 MP12 GPU for graphic-intensive tasks. The Galaxy S7 comes with 4 GB of RAM. It also comes in two storage options, 32 GB and 64 GB. Of course, the 64 GB variant is more expensive. This time around, Samsung has given the option of using a micro SD card to increase the storage space up to 200 GB if necessary. Coming to the software side of things, Samsung's proprietary UI called TouchWiz has gone through an overhaul of sorts in the Galaxy S7. So much so that the company is not calling it TouchWiz anymore. The new UI sits on top of Android 6.0 Marshmallow. The new user interface looks cleaner as the home screen doesn't include unnecessary widgets by default. Also, the app drawer now has a transparent background. Now, Samsung also allows users to use their own themes from the new theme store to customize the look and feel of the UI. Another new addition is Game Tools, a button that floats on top of any game that you're playing, which allows you to do something like, record a gameplay session. Unless you're a regular on Twitch, this button feels intrusive. Overall, Samsung's UI has been refined and polished to an extent that it feels much better than the older version of TouchWiz. Yet, the UI is still a little clunky, and we feel that a phone of Galaxy S7's caliber could have benefited with a minimalistic UI that is less intrusive. Samsung has improved the software interface and therefore, the performance of the Galaxy S7 feels generally smooth. However, we had moments where the phone would respond to our touch a tad too late, stuttered at times during general scrolling performance, and an app would occasionally crash. Now please know that these are minor niggles and do not necessarily disrupt the experience of the phone drastically. Furthermore, we think that these issues could be specific to our review unit, we can't be sure about it. All said and done, the performance of the Galaxy S7 is great, if not mind-blowing. That said, the Galaxy S7 excels in gaming performance. We tested graphic-intensive games like Asphalt 8 and Mortal Kombat 5, which had absolutely no lags or drops in frame rate. The call quality and network performance was quite exemplary. We didn't face a single call drop or lose network even in areas of high congestion. A thin waterproof membrane on the speaker muffles its sound, therefore it doesn't really sound that great. However, we used the headphones inside the box of the Samsung Galaxy S7 and it sounded pretty good, but using our reference headphones made it sound even better. Despite the downgrade in number of megapixels from 16 megapixels on the Samsung Galaxy S6 to 12 megapixels on the latest Samsung flagship, the new rear camera captures fantastic looking photographs that can rival any smartphone in the market today, and maybe even beat it in terms of image fidelity. Note that Samsung uses two different camera sensors, one that is made by Sony and the other that is made by Samsung in-house. But this is not very important, since for all practical purposes, both the cameras capture similar looking pictures. In any case, our review unit came with a Sony IMX260 sensor, just for reference. Thanks to the large f1.7 aperture size, the camera on the Galaxy S7 captures some really good depth, especially if the subject and the background are clearly defined. Such great depth of field is also useful in the selective focus mode, in which the camera captures essentially 3 images with different depths: near focus, far focus, and pan focus. We loved playing around with this mode because it gave 3 different perspectives to the same image. The camera app can be opened by double-clicking the home button, and it takes a second or so for the camera to focus, thanks to its uber-fast dual-pixel face detection autofocus. This means that you can actually capture an image within 3 seconds, even when the screen is off. Exactly the reason why we think this is the fastest camera on a smartphone. Our daylight samples were nicely saturated and crisp with details. Even the dynamic range in the default mode without using HDR was really good. The camera managed to latch onto any source of light to capture great low light shots, albeit with a very evident yellow tinge. Thankfully, the software is not tuned to reduce noise, and therefore the details are present. And so is the noise. Of course, the camera can shoot 4K videos and slow motion videos, both of which it does with fair aplomb. Moreover, the footage looks crisp. Thanks to the presence of optical image stabilization, capturing shake-free videos is also a breeze. All things considered, the Samsung Galaxy S7 is a premium flagship smartphone that is a worthy successor to its predecessor. It is a great phone in most aspects and is a true workhorse at the same time. But as much as we enjoyed using the device, the phone is only evolutionary and not really revolutionary. Moreover, at Rs 48,900, the Galaxy S7 is an expensive proposition, considering devices like the Nexus 6P and the Xiaomi Mi 5 cost much lesser and are equally powerful, if not better. Having said that, if you have Rs 50,000 lying in your bank account and want a great smartphone, which some might argue is the best, the Galaxy S7 could be a great option for you. So that was the review of the Galaxy S7. If you have any queries or comments, please post them in the comment section below. This is Ershad signing off. But don't forget to like and share our video or even subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.